20. We'll be getting started here at the top of the hour. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a great day. I know that might be a little bit tough. It being a Monday and all. You know how my Mondays seem to go. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'll be getting started at the top of the hour. Hey, thank you. Thank you, my friend. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. Yep. I look forward to catching another one of your live streams. That was really nice of him to stop in. Really appreciate it. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. That's right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Kinneas here. Okay, so I am somewhere in Russia. I think Vladivostok. This says here discovering Vladivostok landscapes with local residents. I am surprised today. That's the big job that will move us somewhere else in Russia. But I'm surprised that they have a lot of little small jobs for us to do today. So I like this. 20 minutes for this one. 15 minutes. 20 minutes. Oh, I don't want to do that one. That Draco. Maybe. Oh boy. That's just too much playing. 30 minutes. I like that. We've only done one aerial advertising. So maybe try that. All right. Let me, okay. Pick a job here. This one here, discovering Vladivostok landscapes with local residents. Okay. So now I can pull up my EFB and log into. Oh, or I thought, oh, I don't have it installed. I just had to do an uninstall and reinstall. Oh no, we might actually have a. Darn it, we could have gotten audio tours today. I'm a dummy. I didn't reload Push Talk Radio. The reason why is on Friday I was trying to still determine what was causing my problem with the Microsoft Friday Fly-In community events. And I didn't want anything loaded that might interfere with it. So I did an uninstall and reinstall and left it vanilla and figured out that it wasn't any of that after all. It was the wake turbulence option being turned on that was causing the problems. So if you have had a tough time participating in the community fly-ins and it's killed your FPS and it brings it to a laggy halt, yeah, chances are it's the wake turbulence being on. Okay, well, don't need that up today then. Close that. But before we get started, we have to give the bad guys an opportunity to strike at Skydude today, as we always do. It gives me a chance to deal with random failures and emergency situations that could happen. So also it's a fun way to introduce the bad guy aspect to the live stream. Okay, so how this works is there are 7 areas that the bad guys can mess with: flight controls, gear, fuel, panel, engine, brake, and other. Okay, so we're going to use D&D dice to roll a D8 to determine if they strike any of these systems. If they roll an 8, they fail. Okay, here we go. Rolling. They rolled an 8. They failed. Okay, let's say they rolled a 1. Just so you can see how this works. We would come down here into flight controls, and then we would roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'd roll a D10. So on a 9 or a 10, they would fail to mess with any of these systems. So they got a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this case, they would have messed with and messed with the right flap, causing it to stick. Right? So you put a check there. Then you get the D100 and you determine the percentile chance that what they're doing is going to succeed or not. In this case, it would be 31%. In the flight random failures thing, it's based on 0 to 1,000, so we would just change that to 310. All right. Apply it and save it, and then come out to here to overview and start it. And then that would set there's a bunch of little presets to determine if it happens instantly, if it happens after a certain speed, or at a certain altitude, or at a certain time. So that way I don't know during the flight when it could happen. But again, that throws a little bit of adventure and excitement into the live streams, gives me an opportunity to practice dealing with emergency situation. Okay, so let's put that to bed right now. We don't need it. And put our D&D dice to bed. Okay. So, Olga Rizikov and her brother are ready to hit the skies with you. If you're up to it, up for it too. You can take them over to Vladivostok. You bet. Totally. Totally. Russia's new to me. I've never really flown it before, so our career has taken us all the way from Colorado, all the way out east, all the way up through Canada, through Alaska, and we finally crossed over into Russia. And when we first got here, there really weren't many jobs at all that really mattered to us at the moment. The pitot cover. Very important piece of equipment on your aircraft. That thing right there. I mean, important. Oh, for the live stream, I had everything turned down. Couldn't hear any voices there.
Good day for flying, right, Captain?
Right. I'm with you.
Your guest today is Olga. She brought her son with her. They're good friends of the club members, and they're living nearby. So it's a bit special to take them with you. If the seatbelts are fastened, you're ready for takeoff. Captain, this is your show.
They must realize that I've put on a few pounds and they're leveling the plane out by sitting that way and not both in the back seat. This game knows too much about me. Entirely too much.
Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic. Kin Quebec Alpha Victor 8312 is taxiing to runway 14. Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic.
So happy to be flying with you today, Captain.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Olga. How are you? Let me grab my copy here, Olga.
I'm Sergey, Olga's son.
Sergey.
I can't believe we'll be up there in a few minutes. Can't wait.
All right, well. All right. Had my coffee sip, so yeah, let's get going, huh? One more moment. Reorganize my desk here. My cockpit. My cockpit desk. Do. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm gonna need a new joystick. I have to, but I mean, it's starting to give out on me. It's really sentimental, so I've been real reluctant to pick up something. It said I'd use it until it finally just gives up the ghost. And it looks like that might be sooner than later. Hey, I'm taxiing here. Crazy Russians. What are you doing?
Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic. Kin Quebec Alpha Victor 8312. Taking off runway 14, north departure. Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic.
Are we going?
Yep, we're going. For those of you tuning in, kick back, put your feet up, let's explore a little bit of Vladivostok. And then there's a couple other little tiny jobs. We'll get to see a little bit more of the area.
And we're off. This is insane.
I know how you feel. All right, it says fly to Trudovia.
Relax, Olga. You're gripping the seat so hard you're going to break your hand.
I don't think that's the right flight plan. Oh, I guess it is. Way out there? No, can't be. I suppose it could. Trudovia way out there, huh? That's a neat curve on the way back in.
The look on everyone's faces when they see the pics on my socials.
Yeah. They're gonna love it. You're going to be the envy of all your friends. I know how it feels. I love posting on social media too. You're going to awe all of your followers.
Mom, remember the treasure hunt you set up for my birthday? I think it was right below here. It's been a while.
Good old times.
Try to get into more of a slow flying configuration here.
Olga? How are you feeling?
Elena, it's awesome. Can't believe I'm actually doing this. And it's great to fly with our pilot.
Ah, you're too
Take it
kind.
all in. We'll catch up afterwards.
So I'm trying to use my trim wheel, which is down there at like 4 o'clock. And I'm rotating that,
I know we're up really high, but it's totally fine.
and I'm trying to keep my nose up by using the trim wheel and bleed off a tiny bit of speed, not too much. But I want to slow fly.
You okay? Not scared?
I'm too excited to be scared. Here, it's Trutavoy, right?
Beg your pardon?
Down below looks so tiny.
You're right. Tchudoyevya.
This is better than any postcard. Last but not least, thanks for showing us that.
Stall. 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 Stall.
I'm going to get whiplash trying to look at everything.
Stall.
Uh-oh. Got up a little too
We're
high.
flying so high that everything looks like tiny dots from up here.
And that was it, huh?
Stall. 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 Stall.
That looks like my recycle plant in Sim City down there.
So the sky over our region is like your office captain. Dad would have loved this job.
Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic. Kin Quebec Alpha Victor 8312. 5 miles north, 1,500 feet. Inbound to land. Runway 14. Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic.
Hey, Sergey. You've been kinda quiet. You okay?
Just taking it all in.
Totally. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, wait, that's his mom. I was thinking about that Meatloaf song. That became inappropriate real quick.
Back to the airport already, guys? So, Olga, you want to fly again?
Whenever you want to do it again, I'm ready.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Aw, shucks. Weren't nothing.
Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic. Kin Quebec Alpha Victor 8312 is on final. Runway 14. To land. Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic.
so smooth.
Maybe. We're gonna run out of runway though. Oh. May have been smooth, but I could have used a few more feet. Came in just a touch too fast. Thank goodness they had cleared the trees back a little bit. Yikes. I was also only at 10 degrees flaps. I should have put in some more flaps. I'm like, yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. I don't got it. Come on, little Cessna. Let's get a move on. Don't stop. Come on now. This guy again?
Not the type to wow easily, but I'm seeing smiles. Looks like you nailed it, pilot.
Yeah, I was a little bit high on that last curve. All right, well, that was the Vladivostok one. What do you have over here? Travichanka. Alexander Listen always wanted to treat his dad to a flight over the places that meant the most to him. Dad loves his hometown, Travichanka.
Everything's ready, Katerina. You can initiate boarding.
Roger that.
Fantastic. Do. Sold. Steam gauge 172.
This is the moment to make some smiles happen. Today, you're flying with one of our friends, Alexander, over our very own region. He's got his dad with him. Have your passengers fastened their seatbelts? Then you're ready to depart. Let's go, Captain.
All right, one moment messing with my mixture here. Okay. Oh, well, are you going to announce the taxi? Press an R over here and it's not doing anything. Oh, duh.
Uniform, Golf traffic. Kin Delta, Kilo Yankee 7211 is taxiing to runway 0 tree. Uniform, Golf traffic.
Hi, thanks for taking us aboard. I'm Alexander. I'm thrilled to fly over Tavernachanka with you. This is where my dad and mom have been living forever. so it's very special for us today.
Very nice, very nice.
I'm Vladimir. It's so great hanging out with you today. By hanging out, I mean flying.
That one always throws me. By hanging out, I mean flying. Of course.
Uniform, golf traffic. Kin Delta, Kilo Yankee 7211 is taxiing to runway 0 tree. Uniform, golf traffic.
Gotta be patient. They'll give you they'll knock your score for speeding. And then they want you to taxi really long distances like that. Way down there. So, gotta be patient. Let me grab my cigarettes. Might as well have a quick puff before we take off. So, first times in Russia, I let the career mode take us wherever. And so over the last month or so, making my way from Colorado all the way east and north, up into Canada, up through Alaska, and now we've crossed into Russia. So it's kind of like a World Tour Part 2. The first career mode tour that we did, Colorado down through Texas, down through Mexico, all the way through South America, all the way down to Patagonia. Then we met, excuse me. Boy, I am just chock full of phlegm today. I'm so sorry. Aircraft entered runway without an announcement. I said I was taxiing. I'm not. You told me to go down there. Ah, well, never mind. So the second part of the World Tour, we're
Flight for me. I'm excited, but also kind of anxious. Hope that's normal.
Of course it's normal. Absolutely. So then met Henning and Hans and transported ourselves over to Germany. Flew around Germany for a bit. Made our way all the way down through Macedonia and Istanbul. And then from there, we did the Alexander the Great campaign. And we crossed over the Hellespont, made our way to Troy, made our way all the way down to the cool places that he went on his campaign, Tyre, and all those places in between, all the way down to Egypt. And then he backtracked and went into Babylon and started heading east as he continued to chase Darius down. And then after he had, after the whole Darius thing had concluded, he kept going east for a while into India. And then turned around and made his way all the way back to Babylon. So yeah, we did that. Then we flew all the way back up to Spain, Italy. Sorry, we went to Italy first, Rome, and then up and around to Spain, all the way around Spain, and then east again and a bit north, and we made our way into Norway, Finland, Norway. We started getting into these Slavic countries up there, those kind of things. So we're kind of heading back that way, this time from the east. So I guess we're just in the Vladivostok area of Russia. I'm not familiar with it. Not familiar with the with Russia much at all. Well, we've got another minute or two of taxiing before I even get down there. So allow me to go ahead and play kind of like, you know, what games I'm currently playing at the moment and other live streams that I'm doing. Maybe. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be. Here are a few teaser clips of what I'm currently playing. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, a somewhat mannered T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, the Skydude. You ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long, long time? Well, I have a SimCity 2013 Jones. It's been nagging at me for days. So I reinstalled it from the EA app, but I'm not sure that I'm happy about that. It's a madness, I tell you. A madness. It's going to consume up entirely too much of my time. You see all this fancy stuff they're displaying in this intro teaser? Well, I always seem to implode before I ever get to the fancy future stuff. I think I develop too fast, get too impatient, get a little too crazy with trying some things. So my Jones wants me to try to take it a bit slower on the development and pay close attention to the basics of population growth and basic resource demands. I want to try to get multiple cities working together, buying and selling resources and goods, then work up to regional transportation, then work up to all the future fancy stuff, and then maybe even, finally, create one of the great works. Now, that all sounds good right now, but I'm not sure how it's going to go this time around. Anyway, I got the SimCity Jones, I tell you. The Jones! And it's a madness. What? Me? Playing an FPS game at my age? Well, I'm gonna give it my best shot. This highly acclaimed survival game doesn't need aliens or zombies. The environment and the critters and my own stupid mistakes are all that is needed to kill me over and over and over. I have to be completely honest, this game has been teabagging me pretty hard. Yep, the Nestea plunge. Yeah. It took that long to taxi. We're just now getting down to this side of the runway. Good thing about this airport, it's got a nice long runway. Or is this the same one? No, it couldn't be the same one. It seems so long. don't think it is.
That takeoff. It's like floating for a split second before we climb. I love it.
That should just be that beeping, which should have just been the marker boundary barrier for the airport.
Don't forget to take pictures.
Relax, Alexander. You're gripping the seat so hard you're going to break your hand.
Well, that's probably my fault. I have the plane at a pretty wonky angle. Sorry about that. It was like a steep turn. Sorry about that.
Definitely a bucket list moment. It's so quiet. I feel like we're in a movie. Dad, I'm sure we'll see places you know. It's gonna be awesome.
Sure.
The sky is so beautiful, and beautiful doesn't really do it justice.
Alexander? Everything okay?
Our pilot is treating us right. This is an amazing experience.
Good. I'll leave it to you then. Enjoy the flight.
Feels like we have a tiny bit of wind on our port side, pushing us ever so slightly.
King of the world when you fly over our beautiful region at sunset. Definitely need to try that someday.
You okay? Not scared?
I'm too excited to be scared. No fear for heights at all. I feel super safe, like we're in our own little bubble.
Look at the city here. Beautiful.
It's great seeing the world from this angle.
I've never seen the area like this. You know that movie where the wizard flies around on a giant eagle? This is like that, except the wizard didn't wear a seatbelt.
Oh, got up a little too high again. At least it caught it this time.
Look, the world's at our feet.
Yugoslavia.
Too bad, Mom. Didn't want to come with us. I'm so happy to live this with you.
Well, I cannot wait for them to release the 2024 campout utility. Summertime is approaching, and I can't wait to do some camping and fishing in the real world and in the simulator. It's nice to have that campout utility. I hope they make the package available to everybody. What I mean is if I have it, you may not be able to see it unless you have it too. And so I've encouraged them to work out a deal with Asobo and at least make all the assets available so that everybody can see it. I think that'd be lovely.
When we took off, I thought there should have been a drum roll or something.
But it's a wonderful package. If you are into the role playing aspect of Flight Simulator, and that turns you on, I think you'll absolutely love it. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not a spokesperson for them. I just am enamored by it. Absolutely loved it. Had a blast with it last year, flying around and doing all the great camping and fishing spots in Colorado. And every time we'd land, after a while, you know, set up the cooler. You have so many different assets you can set up too. It's not just, oh, here's your tent, here's your chair, here's your cooler, and here's your dog. I think there's like 20, 30 different types of dogs that you can get. Then they have the seasonal stuff. Snow weather camping. Different types of fire pits. Decorations. The Halloween decorations are a hoot. So you can set up these really extravagant campsites. Also, you can get smoke that you can turn on and off. For example, it's easy to, once you land and take off again, to forget where your darn campsite is. So you can toggle some smoke on and off if you deploy it. And that really helps you find your campsite again. And I saw somebody demoing an Apache helicopter with actual weapons in it and missions. So like, go out and destroy these guys, and the guys on the ground shoot back at you. And he did his mission, and when he came back, hopped out of the plane, hopped out of the helicopter, and you could see all the bullet holes in it. You could see bullet holes in the windshield. So I need to find out more about that. There's no multiplayer, and there's no PvP at the moment, but that sounds like a big step in the right direction.
Nice to have your feet on the ground, but the view's better with your head in the clouds.
And this, the guy that was demoing it, he's an Iraqi veteran, and he's like, I've been around these aircraft a lot, and said he was just raving over it, loving it.
Almost there, guys. So Alexander having a good time? Ready for another round?
Thanks for the ride, Captain. I'm ready for another.
Great time from start to finish. Thanks, Captain.
You're quite welcome. Absolutely my pleasure today. Thank you much.
Smooth as silk.
Excellent. I think I forgot to do the final though. Final. Well, we'll find out our score here very soon.
Uniform Golf traffic. Kin Delta Kilo Yankee 7211 is taxiing to parking. Uniform Golf traffic.
This is where I wish we had our AI co-pilot back from 2020. I don't know if they'd let us have it in career mode or not, but having the AI do your taxing for you, man, that is worth its weight in gold. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Cheers. And grab my coffee. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Monday. For what it's worth. You tested this in VR last night? Oh, somebody's coming right at us. The hell is that? You're gonna get me in trouble and force me off the runway and get a penalty. Oh, how awesome! One of these days I would like to be financially secure enough to get a VR. Seems like a... But everybody says once you do VR, you won't go back. They said you can have a nice rig, 3 screens, everything that works. It doesn't matter. VR is the way. I would have to find a manufacturer. I've seen some that work with you if you have glasses. You have different inserts possibly. So I have to find one that allows you to wear your glasses. I don't know. I don't know if I need them. I've never done it. I honestly don't know if I would need my glasses or not, but I would think so. But that's just got to be the best experience. What VR system are you using? So I'm talking to Farmer Tech 51. He's in the chat room right now, saying he's got the VR. That's very nice. Meta makes prescription inserts for them. All right, Meta. I will look for that. I think it'd be wonderful just for... I've got, you know, the poor man's head tracking. I don't use it very often. I was using it more when I was trying the DCS world and doing dogfighting, and you have to be able to look around fast. But being able to turn your head, I don't mind using this, and I can speed it up. But yeah, being able to just turn your head and look around, so worth it. Because that head tracker is constantly requiring calibration, and if anything moves, recalibrating. Quest 3. Well, so how did you enjoy it? Is it the greatest?
Always cool to see your own region from a new perspective. Looks like they enjoyed it. That was a great flight seeing session. Cool.
Darn it, the landing light was off for that. You know, I was hoping for a little bit more on the smoothness. They didn't give me for speeding. 1 radio communication for not doing my final call. But hey, I'll take it. Farmer Texas 2020 feels more real in VR than 2020 did. That's got to be really interesting how it handles it, because right now, yeah, trying to drive it on a monitor or 2 monitors, just the horsepower it needs to drive it on a monitor. And you're driving it on these little tiny screens and still able to get it in high definition and get all the ray tracing in there if you have the RTX or any of that stuff. But I can imagine that the horsepower overhead for it to render, because it's rendering it so small, but at the same time, I don't know. I imagine it's much easier on your graphic card to just switch everything to ultras. one would think. Because, you know, for it to process it, it's one thing, but for it to blow it up and run it all on monitors, that's entirely another. All right, there was another one out here I think I wanted to do. Well, I think they've opened up some more. Far out, Russia's starting to get a little bit friendly. The Aero Elvira, and then this one's the Draco. No. That one's gonna kill me. Well, yeah, I've only done one of these before, but I'll give it another shot. But we're gonna try our aerial advertising. Eat at Chabornix. So we're doing a radio promo, radio show advert over Bakhta Muravanaya. Eat at Joe's. I really appreciate you, Farmer. I really do. Thank you so much for checking in, stopping in. Yeah, all the movement that, you know, just normal mouse movement, it's got to seem really wonky too once you've done VR. Just everything seems so herky-jerky.
Guys, I'm ready. You. Banner's in place, KINN. You can proceed. Hello, ground contact, Anri on the line. No sweat, right? We're promoting a radio show today. You hook the banner lying on the ground at the pickup zone, and you showcase it above Bukta Muravinia. We'll all be on the radio and feed you with the essentials during your flight.
Feed me, Seymour.
Give the audience a show. Easy peasy.
Aircraft enter taxiway without announcement. Oh my, yeah, brah. All right, so we're going to do, we have to fly down and then we come back around and the banner's on the side of the runway and we need it. What is it with these Russian drivers around here? Every time you're taxiing, these Russian drivers are always cutting you off. You don't intimidate me. Russian? Huh. So, I think we fly down, take off, come back, and we do a pass, and the banner is, as you saw, on the side of the runway. It's not directly on it. Yeah, there it is, over to the side.
Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic. Kin Sierra Romeo Mike 1014. Taking off runway 14. East departure. Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic.
I'm assuming you're doing the career stuff. And if so, oh, this is that short runway. If so, what's your favorite activity, the career activities?
KINN, Pegasus 12. Remember, you have to release the tail hook to pick up the banner. The mechanism is located near your seat. The bullseye is between the two poles. Aim there, and you'll hook the banner just right. Grab the banner. Maintain a steady flight at about 6 feet. Then adjust your pitch just right to hook the tow line. After that, you should climb out at full throttle and soar away to the towing zone. This zone is safe for you. Aircraft in the area are aware you're engaged in a tow operation. I've already taken care of it.
Well, fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. One of my cats is playing co-pilot today. He's all curled up underneath my feet. Wants to hang out today. What's up, buddy? You're a good co-pilot.
Online for the pickup.
Yikes. Look close to the trees there. Oh no. I'll be darned, I was too low. What a drag. trying to do it nice and slow too. Ah. Well, you live and you learn. Odd non sequitur. I don't normally crave beer, but for whatever reason, I'm craving beer today. It's a rare occasion. I'm specifically craving Coors. I need a Coors, man. Can't recall the last time I had a beer. Long time.
You got it. The banner's unfurling. Close call, but you caught it. Next stop, tow the banner to the client's site. Just so we're on the same page. The hook zone is also where you'll release it once you're done.
Where to, comrade? I don't see it. Fly to pass approach. Ah. That's an awful mighty climb. Cool. Cool. Yeah, me too. And not want to have to go around. Not want to go around again. Taking brakes on. Okay. Really trying to be a lot better at slow flying. I was watching a report recently from the AOPA, and I'm not sure what AOPA stands for. It's an aviation consortium of some kind, but they put up programming on aviation, and one of the last things I caught from them was talking about slow flying and how not enough students it's not being drilled into their head, slow flying more and more, that most accidents are occurring on landing because new pilots aren't transitioning properly to slow flight, and they're not comfortable with, going 50 knots.
Go down the seascape at 600 feet above. You'll help a message be more clearly read.
Clearly read? We're going to help the message more clearly read. And I noticed my landings have just been crap lately. And so, trying to slow down. Set a speed of 72 knots, 600 feet. Shit.
It's your show now, Captain.
I got these gates. I can't make out which one I'm supposed to fly through.
You want to know what the banner says today? Tonio at Radio Cool Groove, whiz us. Do you know it? I'll play it in my car next time. Looks like they've got themselves a new listener.
Strange course.
Hey, quick tip for you. Put yourself in the shoes of a potential customer. Position your plane accurately in terms of altitude, speed, and direction so your banner can resonate better with the audience.
Well, then why is the gate telling me to go up, you damn thing? Trying to follow your gates. Should have known better.
A great day for towing. I hope the client gets their money's worth. I guess you're heading to the drop zone. See you in a minute.
I haven't seen aerial advertising since I was a little kid. And they had a really cool plane that used to operate in this area. Thank you. Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, AOPA. They used to have, in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, an aircraft that would fly over, and he was equipped with 1970s, 80s LED. You know, the scrolling LED style. So he had some sort of like early screens on the underside of the aircraft along the wings, I'm assuming, you know, and it was like a scrolling message that you could read at night. When I first saw the thing, I thought I was seeing a damn UFO. But I haven't seen anything in decades. I don't even understand how they could do things like skywriting. How the hell do you coordinate that? I'm using a joystick, a Logitech with the Sidewinder. Or whatever it is, the twist action.
Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic. Kin Sierra Romeo Mike 1014. 6 miles northeast, 1,900 feet. Inbound to land. Runway 14. Uniform Echo Mike Romeo traffic.
Oh, the flight yoke. I really want foot pedals. Even before VR, I want foot pedals because everybody asks, do you think you could fly a plane in real life? I don't know. I tell them I'd like to think I could, but I don't have any muscle memory. My feet aren't used to the rudders. So I would say I might do okay, but I don't have any muscle memory built up for the rudder and the toe brake and any of that. And that's something I want to get in general, because using the twist action on the joystick, you're always introducing some sort of other change. I'm doing the rudder, I'm probably introducing aileron and elevator input that I don't want, that I can't get a smooth
Waiting for the banner at the drop zone.
A smooth rudder.
Nice and slow. The banner is expensive, so please be careful when you release it.
Right? I will do my best. Where's the pattern entry?
Release the banner right over drop zone. Nail the timing. You don't want it blowing around or getting damaged. Be careful when you drop the banner. If you're too high up, you can mess up the gear. If you're too low, it'll scrape against the ground and get shredded.
Wow.
Keep speed below 72 knots to preserve the banner, please. KINN, Pegasus 12. Be careful when you're above the drop zone. The other planes are flying much faster than you. Release the banner gently. That way you'll avoid damaging other planes parked nearby.
Well, it makes total sense to me. Try to put it down like a feather. A feather. Oh, nice. You've got the whole kit. And the caboodle.
Pegasus 12 KIN. Drop
Pegasus
zone in
12
sight.
noted.
Yay. Damn, I'm speeding up.
Thanks for the release. Just be a bit slower next time, okay?
Really? Well, I'll do better next time. Thought that was pretty slow. So yeah, I think if I got the rudder pedals, then I could more accurately tell somebody, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. I'm seriously thinking about taking my discovery flight this year, going down to Meadow Lake is not too far from here. That's my local airport. That's where my dad traded out of when I was a little kid. And you know, you can get that introductory, just they call it the discovery flight, to determine, do you really want to do this? I doubt they'd ever get anybody showing up saying, look, I just want to take the test and get the license. I don't know that I'm ever going to actually fly. But it'd be sure nice to say I got the license. Let me take the test. So I've been watching a lot of videos on requirements for the different tests. And they've got a lot of videos online that walk you through different versions of different exams. That's really nice. So I want to order one of those E6B little handheld calculators. That's something I don't have any experience with. I guess you're allowed to use the computerized stuff these days, but I'd want to demonstrate that I could use that thing properly. Then the FAA rules. Ooh, that was a hard one. Oh, don't ding me for driving off the runway. Of course they did. Oh, yeah, setting it all up and...
Really have to practice, buddy. Henry wasn't that happy and it's not good for business.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry. Check the stats and you'll catch on quickly.
Well, you can't win them all, you know? Well, you win some, you lose some. Not a problem, though. I'm happy. All right. All right, Farmer, that does it for my Skydude live stream for the day. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Doesn't really say Vladivostok, but you get the idea. I was using one of those AI image generators, and I wanted that postcard feel. Some of the other ones I did actually spelled out Vladivostok properly, but I really like that one. It's amazing, man. Amazing how fast. Well, just that it can do it. Just with a few prompts. Hey, I want an old postcard style that says Vladivostok, and put an airplane in it and put some woman holding some food. Amazing. Okay, you have a great one, Farmer. You take care. Thank you everybody else who tuned in or stopped in today. Really appreciate it. So I'm going to take a break and I'll be back later in the afternoon. I have more live streams to do today. I am currently playing Doom Dark Ages. I can't believe it. The Long Dark. That's a survival game. And I'll be doing that this evening. And then rounding out the evening tonight with Sim City again. Trying to finally get one of the great works built. And getting there. Pretty happy about it. All right. Catch you folks tomorrow. Happy flying.